It was here on D Street Northwest, outside an office building, that 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack an off-duty federal security officer. It was around 10 Saturday night. Police say the officer was sitting in his car waiting for a shift to start when two juveniles told him to get out.
A seventh grader? This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just talking about this on a radio show. Culture. This gangster, thuggish, fatherless home culture that many people in the community have adopted is incredibly dangerous, and it leads to complete chaos and communic failure. I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounded good when I said it. All you got to do is look at this headline. Shout out to the Right Wing Angel. Y'all need to go follow him on social media. We'll put his links in the bio or the description section. Let's look at this headline. Seventh grader shot and killed while trying to do what? Carjack an off-duty federal security officer in D.C. Now, I know for a fact right now, Benjamin Crump is already at a Motel 6 with a hooker after he went out here to try to defend this young boy. Now, of course, I'm joking. I don't know him to be at a Motel 6. You know, they'll be suing me, talking about, he said I was a you are race hustling, ambulance chasing. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. All right, let me get to the video because I think this is important to note. You're not going to believe how this kid ended up getting shot, and the fact that this is just one of many things that a 7-year-old boy is doing. Roll the clip.
It was here on D Street Northwest, outside an office building, that 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr.
13. My boy is 13. My son is 13. There is no way a 13-year-old should be doing any of this. It's impossible. 13, he's a baby.
Was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack an off-duty federal security officer. It was around 10 Saturday night. Police say the officer was sitting in his car waiting for a shift to start when two juveniles told him to get out. According to the report, one of the teens had his hand in his front waistband pocket as if he had a handgun. And as he was complying, the officer pulled a gun and shot Tony in the chest.
And I know I can see the race hustlers right now. Oh, but you know what? I don't know the color of the officer, and I bet they won't show it because the officer probably black, working in that neighborhood, and end up shooting that boy. That's why they don't make a big deal out of it. However, and he could be white, but with what they're doing, it seemed like he may be black because they would say a white officer did this and this and that. But I can hear him right now. Oh, he was just a kid, and he didn't even do nothing, and he didn't even have a gun. It's like somebody that patrol that area or that works in that area, that knows anything about the area, know that these boys ain't playing. 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, you can't tell the difference. A gun ain't got an age. You pull a trigger on it, a 3-year-old can pull it on it, a 90-year-old can pull it on it. It's still going, it can still kill you. It can still put you in a negative position. So, anywho, let me finish this clip.
A second juvenile ran away. The off-duty officer's gun was the only one recovered from the scene.
Guns, carjackings, 13-year-olds.
And poor leadership.
Recipe for tragedy.
Two sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree. This map shows the area where he allegedly committed 9 crimes in a 6-week period. News 4 reported he was 12 years old at the time.
9 crimes in 6 weeks all over the city. 9 crimes in 6 weeks. That means this boy is committing almost a crime and a half a week. You know you can't do a half a crime. He's committing over a crime a week. All over the city. This is you look at this map, this is far. This is a water source that go up the map. How you do it? This way, There's a water source that goes with the map from the top all the way down. So from here to here is a bridge that goes across a water channel. So this is not close. All this is far. It's almost like you need to drive a car. How in the flying flip does a boy that young get hit for armed carjacking? Look, y'all can't read it because the fun is little. I'll read it for you. One charge at the top is armed carjacking. Second one, armed carjacking. Third, all of them are armed carjacking except one is an assault. Armed carjacking, 8 out of 9 crimes. And the other one was a assault. And the boy ain't in jail, he ain't in juvie, they ain't doing nothing.
It's unclear what happened with those cases and why Tony was back on the street. In a one-on-one interview, Chief Pamela Smith told News 4 she wanted to be sensitive to the teen's parents and classmates.
He was known to the Metropolitan Police Department, and it's just unfortunate that this particular incident happened on Saturday night.
Tony was a 7th grader at Kelly Miller Middle School in Northeast D.C. We could see police presence at the school today. Counseling services were also being offered to students. The school principal sent a letter to parents saying Tony was a smart and talented student. He had a natural comedic ability and loved to make people laugh, especially when he would joke that he was the principal of Kelly Miller Middle.
All right. I hate to say this, but like, they feel the need to embellish things. The kid was probably a horrible student. How do you commit 9 armed robberies and an assault in 6 weeks, or 8 armed robberies and an assault in 6 weeks, and you're somehow an upstanding citizen that everybody think is funny and he has a comedic relief? When he said he's the president or principal of the school, he probably meant it. I run the school. I wish that they would show his record. There's no way he outside of school cutting up and he in school being a good kid. Like don't say nothing about the kid if you gotta lie. I just don't believe that this kid. I knew dudes when I was in school that was bad. They were bad in the street, and they were bad at school. They were getting suspended, getting into fights, arguing with the teachers, leaving class, coming to class whenever they want, leaving whenever they want, never not coming to school for a week, coming to school, smell like weed, shooting dice in the bathroom. It ain't like the kid is an upstanding citizen. He's just doing this thing, and he carjacking people at gunpoint throughout the week. Just stop lying on these kids, because what it does is it fuels children behaving like this. It's like, tell the truth. He was a problem kid. He got in trouble every day. His father wasn't there. He really needed help. He didn't get the help he deserved. Unfortunately, he grew up in a bad household. He cussed at the teachers. He spit on the teachers. He got in fights every day. Tell the truth. I bet the kid had those problems. Maybe he didn't. But I have never seen a kid do stuff like this and not have these problems. What is the sum of all these things that you're talking about, Brandon? Degenerate culture, fatherless homes. And fatherless don't mean that a man ain't there. It means that a man is not either present, or the man that's present is not being a father. A father ain't hanging out with your boy watching pornography and smoking weed with your boy. That's not being a father. Telling him what girls he need to hook up with and trying to encourage him to do degenerate things. That's not being a father. You can be present, but you're not there. I want people to understand that. When I say fatherless homes, majority of the time I'm saying that there's no father in the home. There's no father in that kid's life. Fatherless homes ain't just whether you in the home or not. Fatherless homes, in my interpretation of how I look at it, is the father a part of his life. And these young thugs and these young murderers are being raised by single moms. And I don't understand how we don't see that as a problem. If they were raised by good fathers, I guarantee they wouldn't do it, especially not the boys. Single mothers are a problem too. And I'm not saying the ones who are doing everything right and you're going to heaven, don't worry about it, you perfect. I'm not talking about the ones that are doing it right. I'm not talking about the ones where they got to do what they got to do because baby daddy ain't around no more. I'm talking about the ones where they just sleeping with whoever, they neglecting their kids. They're not even around their own kid. They got grandma raising their kid. They done had the kid because baby daddy don't want to be with him. Now she don't want her own kid. Don't take care of him. She go get her nails done, but don't do nothing for a kid. Get her hair done, kid, breath stinking. He ain't brushing his teeth. Hair ain't never done. Don't have nice clothes, wearing the same shoes he's wearing 300 years ago. Keeping him from the daddy. not knowing who his daddy is. Like, these women are a problem. You laying up with your legs open, you have a kid, don't even take care of them. Then they turn into murderers. But we shouldn't say nothing because your body, your choice, and women are all perfect. Men, you a problem that ain't in your kid's life, and women, you a problem for just sleeping around with men that ain't gonna produce anything for these boys. And you knew it when you slept with him, that he wasn't nothing, because Sally told you he wasn't nothing. He ain't never been nothing. He didn't show you nothing. You just, he came over to hit, and now you think y'all in a relationship. And you want to have a baby because you think you're gonna fix him. And a lot of times these women that have babies like this is one of a few boys that they got from different men. And I'm not saying specifically that's this, but it's congruent to situations like this. All right, I'll see y'all on the next one. I got to get up out of here.